So I picked up a couple DVDs and I thought I'd put them into a little random haul video because I do have a little bit to say about them. The first one I got, this was factory sealed when I bought it. I don't really like this slash that's down the front of it, but whatever. It's got a slip cover at least. This is What Goes Around Comes Around. Danny Cook, a stand-up HBO comedy event. Vicious Circle. I've never watched this, but it was factory sealed for $2, and some stand-up comedy for $2 factory sealed. This is a 2-disc set. It's about like 2 hours of comedy. So you got like, here's that little insert. Big names, big laughs. Oh, it's got some Chris Rock in it, some stuff like that. Some advertising, some other HBO stuff. But yeah, disc 1 and disc 2. So that's pretty cool. So I'm definitely gonna have to be checking this out. And I just got the Best of Chris Rock collection at a Goodwill a while ago. So I haven't watched that yet, but as soon as I watch that, I'll watch this next. And that's pretty cool. Or I might even watch this first, I don't know. But that's pretty cool. What special features? It's got a 2-hour dangerous edition of the concert, the Boston Cook Party featurette, teaser for the DVD release of this. Okay, interesting. I don't know. I know nothing about this comedian. I don't think I've ever heard any of his stand-up, anything about it. I don't think I've ever heard his name before, but it looked interesting. That's all I can say. And then one movie I actually was thinking about watching. I was at my aunt's house, and we tried to watch this on Disney Plus, and we searched it up, Brave Little Toaster, and the sequels came up because Brave Little Toaster is actually a trilogy. There's like Brave Little Toaster to the Rescue is the second one, and then there's the third one where he goes to Mars. It got really weird. Well, these movies were already really weird, so I don't know. But we searched it up, and that's all they had. They didn't have the first one, so we were like, okay, let's go to a digital movie renting site. So we went to like Vudu and stuff, Fandango, all that stuff. Nothing. They had nothing. They didn't have the first movie. And so I was like, dang it. And now this is out of print. Like, you used to be able to go out this, get it pretty regularly for $5. And I was kind of like, I'll get it eventually. And I never did. And, which worked out my favor. Because I only paid $2 for this. And this was brand new, by the way. Brand new. Factory sealed. So this is brand new. It's still here. My grandparents had a copy of this, so I already used the points from that, so I can't use them again. But there you go. So if you want the little points there you go. And here is the disc, so for $2 factory sealed, which you cannot watch this movie on Disney Plus. So strange, right? I understand when there's a licensing issue and they remove a movie, but then it's like, but why would you have a licensing issue just for number 1 and not license out all 3, because they go together, right? When I watched these for the first time, I watched them on Netflix because they were all on Netflix, you know what I mean? And so it's just really strange. If you've never seen this movie, The Brave Little Toaster, it's actually very good. It's a movie about it's a direct-to-video movie, but it was originally going to be made into like a CG animated movie by John Lasseter. Now, if you don't know John Lasseter, of course he's in trouble with the media and stuff, but we're not going to go into that. He co-founded Pixar. He directed films for Pixar. He's heavily involved with the creation of Toy Story, of course, the first ever CG animated movie. But Disney didn't want to make this a CG animated movie, so John Lasseter was like, okay, I will be a part of the production here, and we will put this out on direct-to-video. And they made a little 2D animated movie. And if you watch it, it's very reminiscent of Toy Story. It feels almost like a Pixar movie. And it's also just this very strange movie. There's like this creepy clown, and there's like the part where the toaster has like a dream sequence where he's like burning toast, and you see a firefighter, and then he comes out, and it's like, oh, it's a clown, and he has this like devilish smile, and he goes, rat, and it's like, what? And then there's this part where he almost dies, and there's a guy who works in the shop where he disassembles appliances. But when you watch those sequences, it's shot like a horror movie. Like it's shot like it's like Jason or like Michael Myers, like grabbing a knife and like, but he's ripping apart an appliance. He's not ripping apart a person like they do. So it's just really weird, and it's a bizarre movie. I think you should definitely watch this movie if you've never seen it. If you can get a copy of it. I know it's out of print, but I'm sure you could find this for $10 on eBay or something, brand new, or $5 even. You can get it probably used on eBay for cheaper or something. It's not that expensive to buy. I know it's out of print, but it's not like, oh my gosh, like it's unaffordable to get. There's some of those movies where you see them like $60, $70. It's not that expensive, but it's just out of print, and probably never going back into print because it's a Disney movie, and Disney is really focused on Disney Plus, and they don't want to put this stuff in print. But it's just interesting. I always talk about with buying movies how I am always like, yeah, go buy the movie because that's the only way you're gonna watch it. Streaming may not have it. And I relied on streaming for something for once, and they didn't have it. And that's a big thing with me. And so that's why I own all these movies. Some people say it's silly. I get if it's a money thing, like if you're worried about the cost of it, I totally understand that. But really, you should own movies for the most part because it is just relying on these companies to have your movie that you want to watch. I relied on them to have my movie I want to watch, and they didn't have it, right? So now I own it forever. I can watch this whenever I want. I was lucky that my grandparents had a copy of it. And I was like, okay, I'll go watch it. Go get their copy and borrow it. And that's what we did. But now I have my very own copy for the first time ever. And it's a fun movie. It's a good movie. Even the lady I was checking out at the store, she's like, man, I love this movie as a kid. I laughed and I cried. I'm like, yeah, it's good. I love this movie. She even agreed. So there you go. Checkout lady approved right here.